Hi everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be twisting a balloon pirate. You can see he's really simple to twist, and so let's get into it. What do you say, huh? Let's talk about the balloons really quick. By the way, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and spin that around for you. There you go. Now you get a good chance to see what we got going on there. All right, so the balloons we're going to use 4 and 5 if you want to do a sword. I couldn't find any gray 160, so I'm going to go ahead and use this orange at the end, and it's going to be your basic pirate sword, and I'll just put it around one of his little hands there at the end. So the 4 colors I used are all 260s this time, although I would have preferred to use a 260 on the top there, or excuse me, a 350 for this part right here, but it still worked, and I didn't have to get a different size balloon. So anyway, let's get to it. So let's talk about them. It is a red. Look at how much of that. That's probably only half of the balloon, I would say. And then we also have a brown. That's going to be for our legs. You could probably substitute and do black instead. Even for the top two, you could probably do black if you want also for the bandana. And then blush. You can see about there the tail for that. Not too bad. And then last but not least, the white balloon. So you can kind of get an idea about the tails that they have on them. There you go. Okay. All right. So if you've never been to any of my videos, what I do is I bring the sound down while I twist, and then I will do voiceover. Okay. And so real quick, just a reminder, I talked about this last week, but on June 22nd, it's coming up. We're almost there. It's going to be the Qualtex Tour, the Q Tour, Charlotte, North Carolina, June 22nd. It's an all-day event. Learn some cool balloons, and we're gonna jam afterward, and it's gonna be a fun time. Okay, we'll do some cool stuff. And so anyway, with that out of the way, let's get twisted. What do you say? Let's bring that sound down. Here we go. First thing we're gonna do for this design, we're gonna make the head of the pirate. So we're gonna start with our blush 260, and I actually overinflated it, so keep that in mind. I did about a hand's grip, but go for about 8 to 9 fingers left in the balloon. So right now I did about a 4-finger segment there, followed by a pinch twist, and then I'm going to match it on the other side, pull the nozzle through, so that way we don't lose it, and we'll do one more pinch twist. There we go. And I'm not going to break that off just yet because I want to go ahead and add the red in there. And, you know, sometimes I break off a balloon, but usually, you know, by leaving it there, I don't have to deal with it until I need to break it off. So it's just a place to keep it while I work. So about 4 fingers, so you can see I just matching that. I'm going to go around one of the ears. There we go. And I'm just going to cross to the other ear, and I'm going to come right back, and we will be done with the red at that point. But you can see it coming right back, and then what I'm going to do is come down and just match up with one of the other bandanas. There we go. Okay, and so now we have 2 ends of the bandana. We can go ahead and break off the red there, and what I'm going to do for that now is no more twisting with it, but what I will use it for, though, is to keep the head of the pirate attached to the body. And so if you watch the Smurf and the Poppy Troll video, you'll see I'm doing the same thing. There you go. So I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times, pull it across from one ear to the other, wrap it around the other ear, and then tuck it away. But if you look, I'll turn it upside down here in just a minute from the side. There you go. See, we got that nice, what looks like a chin strap. All right. And so we're going to go ahead and keep our 260. And then I'll go ahead and just put it off to the side just for a second. And then I do want to keep, you know, every time I'm working with this, I have a table over here on the side, but I'm not always, you know, I get a little messy. And so what do I end up doing? Tucking it under my shirt. But that's not unusual. I even sometimes do that at a gig too. If you see me sometimes put a balloon inside of my shirt, it would be unusual to see me do that at a gig too, just to hide it away, and it becomes a silly thing. So you see I started off the 4 segment there, 4-finger segment, followed by 2 pinch twist, and then we're going to do a loop. And so right now as we're creating the upper torso with the arms for the pirate. Excuse me, so about 4 fingers there, just showing you. And then we're going to break off, we'll just create another 4-finger segment there, break that off. And we're actually done with the white at this point. And so we'll just tie that off. And I think from here I go right to the legs, actually. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea. Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot. I'm going to go ahead and attach the head right now. So as before, we have the 2 pinch twists there. So all I have to do is get that chin strap that I made, get it right over the loops. And so it stays centered there. And so once I do that, though, you know, while you're playing with that, make sure that it's pretty centered. So that way when you give this a full twist And what I mean by that is a full 360 turn. It'll help those bands come together, because now it's kind of like a rubber band if you kind of look at it that way. It'll help them come closer to each other, and they won't be hiding. There you go. See, ends up looking pretty neat and helps clean the structure overall, clean it up a little bit. Alrighty, and so from there we're gonna go ahead and make our feet. That's about 3 fingers there, followed by pinch twist, and then we're gonna go for another 3 fingers just to match that up, so we have 2 feet on our character. There we are. This pirate is not the peg leg type, but you could probably do that, I'm sure. You could probably work that out. It's probably not that hard. There we go. So we're just going to pull that nozzle, or excuse me, the tip of that balloon right through there until I say we got about 3 or 4 fingers on the side there, and then you can match or just pull it down the other side and twist it into those feet. There we go. And you're good to go. And after that, you're just going to break off that excess and wrap whatever's left, wrap it and hide it, and then move on to the next thing. So right now, if I remember correctly now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the hands. And so that's what I was saying earlier, that I had overinflated that blush because I need to do 2 hands out of it. And so it's going to be a loop and a pinch twist for each hand. So keep that in mind. You know, you could probably do 3 pinch twists for each hand, but that's what I choose to do here, is a loop and a pinch twist, tie it off, and then do another loop and a pinch twist. And then we'll be good to go. Okay. So one thing to keep in mind also, and this will save you time actually, is if you want, and this will probably be easier, just saying, you might want to try it, and I'm sure no one's going to get mad or notice too much, is if when you're using the white balloon, just do the loop and the pinch twist out of that, and then go into your arm, then the rest of the torso, and then finish with your other arm and a loop and a pinch twist. You know, so although the hands are also white along with the shirt, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. You know, for people that are watching it and trying to figure out what it is, they'll know that that's supposed to be the hands for the character, especially if you start putting things in their hands. So anyway, you see what I did? I just wrapped that around a couple times. We're good to go. Okay. And I'm just making sure it's really, really secure. Anytime you start messing with the balloon that's a little underinflated, you definitely want to make sure that you twist that several times so you don't lose it. Okay. And you see I did it again. I tucked it inside my shirt. Alrighty, there it is. So once that's on there, we're good to go. And so the last thing I'm going to do is create a little sword. And we'll be good to go. So underinflated this one as well. And so it's just going to be a loop. And I believe that's about a 3 finger, I would say. 3 finger. I need to make sure the 160 will fit through there. So we're going to do a pinch twist, followed by 3 bubbles, and I'm going to pinch twist the 4th bubble, actually. So we have 3, and I'm going to twist a 4th. There we go. Pinch twist that. Now, there we go. Just a quick display. And then we're going to pull that balloon right through there. So again, just your standard pirate sword. Nothing new there, but that's okay. That's part of it. You know, you got to use everything you know, and upsize it or downsize it. In this case, we did a downsize. Yeah, it seemed to fit better. You know, if I did a big one or a normal one, well, that'd have been a little weird. Alrighty, so just break off the excess, tie it off, trim it down, and we're good to go. Alright, and so the last thing I'm going to do now, after we attach to the arm, and I'm just going to put it through the loop there to the handle, and that'll be really easy to do. Alright, and I just pull the big loop of the hand, I just pull it through, and that seems to do just fine. And it seemed to hold it in place. So that brings the structure to an end. Let's go ahead and do the artwork. Alrighty, stick around. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we made it to the end. Wow. So you can see, like I said, not too bad. But you see that I was kind of going a little bit slow. I might speed it up. I'm not sure yet. I'm talking about this as if I'm done doing all the editing. So anyway, let's go over the artwork. And today I'm just using a black marker to do all the artwork. Let me go ahead and hold this one up so you can see. There you go. See yourselves a little pirate. Okay. Actually, let me hold a little lower. There we go. About 3 more seconds. Okay. All right. So let's go over it really quick. So you see, it's pretty darn easy. So So we're going to be doing a oval in the middle of the face. There we go. Now you realize the more big, the bigger you draw that nose, the more bulbous. It makes him a little goofier, a little bit. All right. And we're gonna do one eye there. He's kind of mad looking, right? And so we'll go ahead and add his actual eye. Okay. And then right above it, we have the eyebrow, and it's just a little bit smaller than the top of the eyelid there. Okay. And then, so you could do just the same eye on the other side, and that would be fine too. But I'm going to go ahead and put a patch on him. And so I have the chisel tip. I can turn it sideways and cut that time down. Okay. So we got that. And I'm going to go this way and then go this way. Okay. So now we got our patch. Ta-da. And his little mouth is going to be over to the side here, and just not a happy guy. It's made out of balloons. You can pop it any second. All right, now look at the center here. It's got this little shoelace type pattern to tie up the shirt, and then the belt. All right, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. And so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do 6 circles. There's 1, go right across, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. Ta-da. Okay. And the top 2, or excuse me, the top one and the bottom one, I'm going to do lines across. And now for the others, I'm just going to do X's. There's an X, there's an X, there's an X. There you go. So we have the top 2, and then an X, and then another X. Okay, that's all there is to it. And then for the belt, we're gonna do a piece here in the center. That's the center of the belt, and then we're gonna go right over here. So skip that space there, as you can see. And we're gonna do the same thing on that side. Skip that space. And so now all we have to do is draw our buckle. And it's gonna be designed for us by those lines that we created. So now all I have to do is go up, across, come back down, and the same thing on this side, or on the bottom. Ta-da! There you go. That easy. Isn't that neat? That's what's always cool about some of these things, that you making use of that negative space. So that ends up working out for us very well. So anyway, that brings us to an end. You can see now we have 2 pirates, and I'm going to say he's the boss. He's got the sword, so... what was I gonna say? Oh, of course, as always, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to talk about pirates, you can definitely talk about it in the comments below. I appreciate it. Or if you have some story, you like to tell me about how you balloon twist and you have a fun time with it, I'd love to hear it. So, and last but not least, I was gonna say, I was talking about commenting, but share the video. If you know somebody that has something coming up and they could use a pirate, this might be helpful for them. So anyway, that brings our video to an end. I thank you very much for watching as always, and until next time, happy twisting.